Hello friend, RG12 here. We colloquially say in this part of the world, it's pissing down in the northwest of England, South Cumbria. But wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, night, evening, or whatever time it is. Once again, it's been a bit of a bleak time in this country with people being attacked. Only a few weeks ago, we had an attack on a synagogue. People lost their lives. We had a working class man walking his dog, stabbed to death. And now we've got 10 people stabbed on a train. It seems like that every day you're just dreading more bad news. And that's on the build up to Christmas, so people are going to be extremely anxious around the Christmas period. And it seems that the knife is the choice. So apart from all the horrific news stories coming out of attempted mass murders on our network rail system, one big news story, which will be a global news story probably, that the rest of the world will take note of, because it's involving a former prince, Prince Andrew, who's now had his titles removed from him. The news this morning came on mentioning it again, about him moving his residences. Don't forget, this is a guy that's he's wealthy. He's got a lot of money, millions of pounds. It's not like he's lost his job and he's out on the street, out on his ass. He'll be fine. Now there's two issues here, as I see it. What he did and what he was involved in with Epstein was completely beyond the pale. And he can't use the excuse that he didn't know, because he did know, because Epstein was convicted and he allegedly continued to have some form of relationship with him. So that defence is out the window. And another thing, he wasn't charged with anything, but then he was a prince, so it's very difficult, isn't it? Especially in a different country like America. But I think he did pay out, didn't he? Was it £12 million or dollars? Now, if you were innocent, you certainly wouldn't be paying out anything like that, would you? So that's that. So he should be rightly condemned for what he did with his connection with the paedophile. But so should a lot of other people as well. His wife obviously was involved as well, and she keeps her title because she divorced him before of all of this. But she was fully aware of Epstein's, what he was up about, what he was doing. So, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of other powerful people in the world, including people in this country, will be extremely nervous of what Andrew knows about them. And he's obviously kept his mouth shut up until now. It makes you wonder if he one day he'll write a book, a tell-all book. Because obviously that would be a massive, massive bestseller. Not that he needs the money, but if he wanted to set the record straight, that's one way of going about it. I mean, Prince Harry, he seems to like writing books, doesn't he, and Meghan? So there's your two things. One side of it, what he did was wrong, extremely wrong, and he deserves what he's getting. Titles removed, moving royal residencies. In fact, apparently, allegedly, he was offered to live in Abu Dhabi in a palace. So life isn't that bad, is it? But I don't like the man. I didn't like Andrew, what I'd heard about him prior to all this with Epstein. He's apparently a very, very arrogant person. But I think a lot of them are anyway in these privileged positions. This is a man that and this is documented by his former maid, Charlotte Briggs. This is a man that had 72 teddy bears, right? Don't get me wrong, I've got a teddy bear. I bought it in Dortmund when I was in Germany, and I've still got it now. I don't have 72, but, and it's not even the case that he's got 72. You get people, collectors and things. It was the fact that he used to spit his dummy out, literally, see his ass, if his 72 teddy bears weren't laid out perfectly on his bed. Largest in the back, smallest at the front. And he used to really get in a hissy fit of this. That was his priority. That's what ruined his day. So yeah, as we say in the UK, he's a wanker. There's a lot of wankers out there, isn't there? Another wanker, in my opinion, is Prince Harry. He's done as much damage to the royal family with his insinuation of racism, which I think contributed to a miserable last few months of life for his grandmother and grandfather. Absolutely disgusting. It's this double standards, this two-tierness. And what's he ever done for veterans? All right, you go, oh yeah, Invictus. He nicked that off the Americans anyway. At one time, I liked him. I thought he was a good guy. He served his country, but yeah, I think a lot of it's down to Meghan. He messed up, I think, when he married her, but that's his choice. But yeah, we're getting back to Andrew Mountbatten, Windsor Mountbatten, whatever name they call him now. He'll still call himself a prince because he was born a prince. Everything that's happened to him, fine, yeah, he deserves it. However, like me, Andrew served in the Falklands War as a helicopter pilot. And you can pick apart what he did and what he didn't do. But he was there, and he deserved his medal. He earned his medal. There's been calls to take away his South Atlantic medal with Rosette. Now, personally speaking, even though I don't like the guy, he's an arrogant prick. You can't take away his medal. You can't rewrite history. He served. He was in the war. That's just how it is. So I think that's going a step too far. I mean, there's people that just don't like the monarchy anyway, and they'll bay for blood at every chance, won't they? Off with his head, like they would say in the old days. Well, where were these people, the majority of these people, when tens and tens of thousands of young white working class girls were being groomed. Silent. That doesn't offend them. But suddenly they're on the soapbox, aren't they? Because they can attack the monarchy. Don't get me wrong neither. Our actual king, I don't particularly think he's a good king. How does he follow Queen Elizabeth II, who I swore allegiance to? It's a difficult one, that, isn't it? I think she was one of the last great queens. In fact, she was. She was the last great queen of this country. And I feel like a lot of people feel when she passed, this country died alongside her. And it's never recovered. It's gone on a downward spiral, a downward projection. King Charles doesn't seem remotely patriotic about his people and doesn't care. Some would call him woke, and I would agree. Let's hope Prince William is going to be a better king. And I don't think that'll be a long time to wait, actually. I think the king having cancer, we're all on the clock, aren't we? The sun's running out for all of us. And I think they're repositioning the chess pieces for William to be king, which is going to happen, isn't it? And that'll be interesting then, won't it? Because he obviously doesn't get on at all with Harry. So what will happen then? My personal belief is, once again, even though I don't particularly like Harry, not that they care because they don't know who I am, it's just my opinion, and you have your opinions, you're entitled to it. I think when Harry gets divorced, and it'll be Meghan that instigates it because he'll be of no use to her any longer. I think Harry will come back into the royal fold and realise and admit his mistakes. That's what I think. Maybe not, maybe he won't. Maybe he'll carry on. But it's the security of this country for him, the security of the monarchy. He might live in America now, wherever he goes, but he'll always be an outsider. He's not their king. He's not their. He wasn't their prince. He wasn't their monarchy. His home's here, but we all make our bed and lie on it, and we're all not perfect, including me. But if I ended up breaking the law, doing something wrong, I wouldn't assume that they're going to take away my South Atlantic medal. You can't change that. So no. Wanker Andrew, yes. Take away his medal, no. That's my take on it today. I hope, thanks for the new followers. I hope some of you are watching this. Brilliant. Means a lot, like I say, followers. So, brilliant. I'm going to upload another chapter of my book with a run-up to remembrance, so look out for that. I hope it's a better weather wherever you are. Oh yeah, talking about where I live, there's just been a train derailed as well, just up the road from here, main line, near Shap, near Penrith. Everybody's off the train, I believe, and I don't think there's any serious injuries, but imagine the shock when something like that happens after what happened on Halloween with the mass stabbing. That's the world we're living in now, isn't it? So for now, I'll end it here. God bless you all, and RG12 out.